Quinshon Judkins was most of the offense. Take a look at the numbers. He is currently 10th in the NFL in rushing yards, 467. He leads all rookies. Remember, he missed week 1 as well. And he's 6th in the NFL in rushing yards per game at just under 78. Browns veteran offensive guard Wyatt Teller with what he has seen from the rookie running back so far.
Oh man, I love Q. I think that he's intense, extreme hard worker. He's smart, he runs hard, he has passion. Sometimes a little too much passion. I have to, kind of back him down the tree when he's talking smack to my D lineman. I say, hey man, I gotta block him, all right? Don't talk too much to him. But no, he's an awesome guy. I mean, I love him. I think that he's a great football player, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
You got to love the offensive lineman going, don't get him too upset here.
Yeah, what's funny is that Teller, here's what they did though, is that they allowed Teller to block down and use he's a killer when he gets going downhill. So these gap schemes allow these offensive linemen to block down on angles. And there's still double teams, there's still a lot, but the easiest way to look at the gap scheme compared to a zone scheme, for me, it's always you can play with your hair on fire in a gap scheme. You don't have as many rules, and you get to be a little bit of a you-know-what kicker. And that's what those guys want to do, and that's what Judkins brings to it. Judkins is on fire downhill. I always thought gap schemes would be better for him because gap scheme, there is an intended target where you're supposed to end up as a running back, whereas zone, you can kind of go anywhere. And he does both really well, but when the offense is struggling and he's a big physical guy and he plays emotionally, gap scheme is always going to get you positive yards, which you saw a lot of, even the short gains. They're better than tackles for a loss, which the Browns sometimes get with their zone scheme. So very talented guy, plays with a high motor. He's only going to get better as he learns defensive NFL fronts. Those guys just don't get the ball and run. They understand what they're seeing in front of him. He'll only get better and better as he gets more and more carries. 25 carries, that's the magic number for him, in my opinion, and that's what they hit on Sunday. So very impressive.
Would you expect more of the gap schemes just based on the success, or do you think it was weather related in any way?
No, I think it. For me, if Kevin Stefanski went in on Monday and said, he would lay the law down, that's his run scheme: power, counter, pin, and pull. The deuce, also wide zone, the duo in the inside zone. That's more of a Tommy Rees. They've done some good things with that too. So I think you're going to get a combination. One of the things you can do with a veteran offensive line is you can run lots of schemes, especially inside. Now I think these tackles are struggling mightily in pass protection, but they're not afraid to run block. They're not getting beat because they're being lazy. They're getting beat because they're just not very good at that right now. But it's not lack of effort. So sometimes letting those guys pin their ears back and block somebody without a lot of rules is a way to get that run game going. I think you'll see more and more of it. I think Judkins proved that that's what they can really do well.